Hi, I'm Coach Artie. I'm the co-founder of NextPay. And in NextPay, we want to be able to provide financial wellness to every Filipino. And the way we do that is by providing the power of big banking into the hands of small and growing businesses. So I was coming from a very difficult place, losing a team of 12 in my finance team. And I was literally the only one left and a new hire. So to really understand and work on the day-to-day finances from scratch. And when I found out about OneCFO and I found out about the team, it seemed like it was a good fit. And when we had a discussion, it just really made sense. Just to be clear, we went through and looked at different options. We looked at different accounting and finance firms or financial consultants. But the difference with OneCFO is that as founders, they knew what we were going through. And also, being a fintech company, they understood what we were trying to do. They were able to integrate and get us up and running and manage our finances very, very quickly. That was the thing that they were able to help us with in terms of the problems and challenges that we were experiencing at the time. And we've been working with them ever since. So when it comes to our finances, it's actually a little bit more complicated because for a fintech company, you have to break it down into two things. You have your own finances as your own company, but there are also the financial operations of your company. That means managing and monitoring and processing the funds of your customers. And those are two very, very different things. It's really a challenge for us to find someone who understands and can process that. OneCFO was able to do that for us. So they were able to both manage our internal finances, and I don't need to worry about it. But at the same time, they also help me be compliant and are able to help me and my team monitor and record all of the transactions of our customers in a very orderly and structured manner. And that is a godsend for someone like me as a founder who has to do so many things. And I don't have to worry about my finance. It's like having an outsourced finance team that I can talk to and I can consult with anytime. Unfortunately, there's so many issues when dealing with local government agencies. And there's so many processes that either change on a daily basis or a regular basis or are different depending on the office that you're talking to or depending on the location that you're talking to. I remember when we had, unfortunately, some lapses because we weren't sure of how to do some of this reporting and we needed advice and we needed someone to consult with as to how to deal with the government agency. OneCFO was able to do that very, very quickly. First of all, they understood and they tried to gather as much information from us to understand the reality of where we were. And then they were the ones who spoke on our behalf to the government agency. And they were able to explain as to why we were not able to do what we needed to do. And they helped negotiate that for us. And now, after they were able to do that, now they also handle those processes for us moving forward. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's just one of the many incidents or scenario where OneCFO has actually saved me. So when I talk to founders, one of the things that I've always recognized was that a lot of founders are actually not very keen or knowledgeable when it comes to business finance. Finance is a completely different topic and a very different nuance. And unfortunately, a lot of founders think that it's not as important and they feel that it's not as valuable in terms of their time and resources. I would recommend that they really try to understand their own finances, but while they don't, someone has to be handling this. And I would completely recommend that they should be talking to someone who can understand them both from a founder point of view, but also understand the finance aspect of it and combine those two to be able to make very good decisions. That is something that OneCFO was able to do for me as a founder. And I'm thankful that they give me the insight, not just the output, but the insight to be able to make those decisions as a founder for what's best for my company. I recommend and advise any other founder to do the same. For founders that are on the fence or they don't know what to do and they think that they can do it themselves, maybe you can learn. But there are so many things that people who have been doing this for a while and in the industry have learned, especially in terms of the nuances with working with the government. If you actually get to hear the advice and the recommendations, not only will it save you time, it can save you money. So I really would recommend that you work with a financial firm, an accounting firm to help make these decisions. But for me personally, the reason I work with OneCFO is because they understand me from a founder to founder level, where they do not just need to give me advice in terms of finance, they give me advice as a founder. They can see as a founder themselves, what would they do if they were in my situation? And that is super valuable to me. And I think that would be super valuable to any other founder out there.